At the dawn of automotive history, our neighborhood of Jackson took a shot at the title Motor City. I'm your neighborhood reporter, Darius Udrys. As we get ready to take Fox 47 on the road to Friday's Cruisin' in Concert, we're looking in the rearview mirror and visiting a collection of vintage, made-in-Jackson vehicles preserved by Lloyd and Judith Ganton. Judith, how did this collection get started?
Well, my husband Lloyd found a barn find. That's what they call an old car that somebody's abandoned, left around. And so he loved it. He thought it was beautiful with the high wheels, and so he restored it.
As Lloyd Ganton worked, he discovered the car had been made in Jackson. This, says Judith Ganton, made him curious about the history of Jackson's auto industry and led to the expansion of the collection. This one, called the Jackson, is the oldest, dated 1903. It had a steam engine and another unusual feature.
This is called a mother-in-law seat. It comes down, and it is a tiller instead of a steering wheel.
At the turn of the century, about 24 companies made cars in Jackson. The Ganton collection contains about 20 of them. So what happened?
Really, I think that Henry Ford killed us with the assembly line. These cars were selling, prices were $1,500 to $2,000 a car for some of them. And when Henry Ford could sell them for $300 and $400, probably $500 a car with that assembly line, Jackson is all making them handmade.
The industry lasted a few more decades until the last Jackson auto manufacturer closed up shop. But not before turning out this beauty in 1954, the last car to be made in Jackson.
It's fiberglass. It's called the Kaiser Daron, and it's a very unique little car. The sliding doors are unique. It's beautiful inside, and it would have been a real hit, I think, if it had not been for that other car called the Corvette.
To think what could have been. But all was not in vain. Long after the last Jackson auto manufacturer shut its doors, our city has remained integral to the automobile industry, producing parts that make them possible to this day. In your neighborhood, I'm Darius Udrys, Fox 47 News.